When a good movie in another language gets a bad dub, the viewer suffers. And some say that's the case with Godzilla Minus One. Here's why an English-language version of the film is causing fans to speak out. The latest Toho Godzilla film made a huge impact when it debuted in theaters in late 2023. The film earned an impressive $115 million worldwide against a super lean budget and became the highest-grossing Japanese Godzilla movie ever made. The movie has earned plenty of praise for its visuals, but the script of Godzilla Minus One is equally worthy of attention. That's why a new English-language dub of the film on Netflix feels so egregious. It changes at least one key line of the screenplay, draining the film's climax and other key moments of their raw emotion. An ex-user pointed out one of the dub's most upsetting changes. The user notes that the film's very last line is worded differently in the English dub version. The scene comes after Godzilla has been defeated by a group of determined civilians, whose victory was assured when the movie's hero, Koichi Shikishima, flies a plane full of explosives straight into the creature's mouth. A former kamikaze pilot suffering from debilitating survivor's guilt, Shikishima is sure that his love Noriko is dead and plans to kill himself to save the rest of Tokyo. At the last minute, though, he decides to live, and afterwards hears the news that Noriko actually survived the blast he thought had killed her. The pair reunite, and she tearfully asks him, "Is your war finally over?" Except that's not what Noriko says in the English dub version of the film. Instead, she asks,
"Can this war of yours finally be done?"
It's a subtle difference when looking at the line in a vacuum, but tonally and in context, it makes a major difference. The original subtitled line is poetic and hopeful, and it frames the private war Shikishima has been waging as something that eventually passed. The English line, however, sounds more like a plea, as if she's asking Shikishima to get over his baggage. This surely wasn't the intention of the writers responsible for this translation, and was clearly worded to match Noriko's mouth movements, but it still softens the impact of the film's final moment. Another scene that doesn't hit as hard in the dub version comes partway through the movie, when Shikishima thinks he's lost Noriko after a harrowing Godzilla attack. The scene ends with Shikishima screaming in grief as black rain splatters his face. In lesser hands, a scene of a man falling to his knees to howl in grief might feel cliched, but it's executed perfectly here. However, in the Netflix dub, the scream is for some reason dubbed over by an English-speaking actor, as an ex-user pointed out. Never Have I Ever star Darren Barnett plays Shikishima in this version of the film, and while Barnett does an admirable job in other sequences, some viewers clearly think this dub scream turns a dark moment inadvertently funny. Fans of the film, including actor and comedian Simon Pegg, have already taken to social media to speak out about the Godzilla Minus One dub situation. In an Instagram video, Pegg said,
"If you are going to watch Godzilla Minus One, by the way, just as an addendum to what I was saying yesterday, watch it in Japanese. Don't watch it auto-dubbed."
On the other side of this argument are fans of the film arguing that dubs are necessary for accessibility, and that being dismissive of a dub is disrespectful to voice actors who worked hard on them. While defending the English language dub, one ex-user wrote, "I prefer subs, but I'm also very fond of many English dub performances in famed Japanese filmmaker Hayao Miyazaki's films." It's clear that the discourse surrounding dub films and subtitles will continue to rage on with strong opinions on both sides. It's also clear that Godzilla Minus One deserves a dub that doesn't lessen its incredible impact.